best friends. How's everybody doing today? I hope great and wonderful and wonderfully great. This is your girl, Queen B, back with another video. I haven't been on for some time, and I had to jump on and chat with my best friends if that is okay. You guys, a lot has been going on with me. If you saw my previous videos, I did speak about the business that I've created, my natural care product line. It's Higher Care, Natural Care. You can look for me on Facebook under Colina Earl. You can inbox me if you'd like some information about that, or if you'd like to place an order for any of my natural products. Um, but moving right along, I wanted to speak with you guys today and talk to you about what God has been speaking with me about. Um, Guys, how do I say this? Okay, the way it's supposed to be said, the way it's given to me. Okay, guys, please pay attention to your mental health. Take care of your mental health. Okay, a lot of times, the devil will get into our minds and tell us all kind of things about ourselves, about others, about ourselves in relationship to others. And we have to be able to know what is of God and what isn't of God. This is why we pray for discernment. To know what those voices that you hear, or that little thing that you hear in your mind that's telling you this is this way or this is that way, we need to know how to identify with when that is of God and when that is not of God. Okay? Some days you might wake up and you might look at yourself and feel like you're the most beautiful person in the world. And then another day you might wake up and you might not feel that way. Do you think that you've changed overnight? You're still the same person that you was yesterday as you are today, but yesterday you loved yourself. You loved the way your hair was. You loved the way your makeup laid. For men, you may love your haircut. You loved the way your beard was. You loved your shape up. You loved everything about yourself yesterday, and then today you don't. You do understand that that's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Okay. Did you know that even when you look in the mirror is not giving you an exact reflection of yourself, right? So imagine then in your mind is telling you one thing, that this is wrong with you, that is wrong with you. You are perfectly made. God made you perfectly in the image of Himself. You're perfectly made. None of us are flawless. We all have our flaws, no doubt. But beauty is on the inside of you. Beauty is how you're built on the inside. When people see you and they see beauty, they see what's on the inside radiating outwardly. Outwardly. So, yes, when you see yourself, you may change from day to day. On the inside, you are the same. So, more so than we need to be focusing on our outer selves, we need to be focusing on the health of our inner selves, our minds, right? Because your mind is where it all begins. Your mind is what tells you to do good things. Your mind tells you to do not so good things. You have to take care of your mind. You have to be mindful of what you're feeding your mind. What are you watching on a consistent basis? What are you listening to? What kind of company do you keep? What are your friends talking to you about? What do you talk to about with your friends? What do you surround yourself with? Because these things are what's feeding your mind. These things. In that troubled, toxic relationship that I was in, the first thing that person attacked was my mind. Right? In the Bible, it says, "Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Your mind is so powerful. Your mind is so powerful. You manifest your life outwardly from your mind. It starts with a thought, and then you put that thought into action. And what manifests is it begins in your mind. We have to take better care of our minds, guys. Minds, bodies, and souls. We spend so much time trying to decorate outwardly when the inside is so damaged. As long as you're damaged mentally, what you see is going to look damaged. everything that pours out of you is going to be damaged. We have to take better care of our mental space. We have to. So the biggest part of me staying in the situation that I stayed in for as long as I did was all in my mind. My mind was trapped. I wasn't trapped. My mind was trapped. That's like you being in a yard and the gate being open, but you're feeling that you're locked in. You could have left that yard at any given time, but you stayed in and you felt trapped in, and you were never trapped, but your mind was. So I wanted to jump on here today and say, when I freed my mind, I freed myself. And I'm so thankful this day, looking back in hindsight to where I was a year ago and what I was going through a year ago. You see, people see you, people can talk to you, but people don't really know your story. They know what you tell them. Nobody knows what you've really been through except you and God. So the amount of time that it takes you to heal and recuperate, that too is between you and God. But you gotta want that. You gotta want that healing of your mind. Oh, these things on the outside, these scars on the outside, they'll heal. It's inevitable. But your mental health, your emotions, that's a different story. You have to want that healing. You have to want that. And it may take longer for some than for others. You know? I'm still in the process. I'm still going through healing. But when I tell you I'm so much more happier, so much more peaceful, I have triggers. I have things that make me reflect and that remind me, excuse me. They remind me. And I try to stay away from those things. But do know that you have the power to control where your mind goes. You have the power to control that. Right? So if you're thinking about some things that are not good for you, change that. Just like you would change the channel on a television if you're watching something that you don't want to see, that's uninteresting to you. You have the power to also control that in your mental space. Fill your mind with positive things. Take care of your minds. It's a lot of mental health issues going on out here. Speak up. If you need someone to talk to, I've made myself available. Drop down in my comments. I make myself available. We can all talk ourselves through these things together. It it never does any good to keep things that are going on with you bottled up inside of you. That's not to say that you got to tell everybody all of your business and everything. Some things I won't share with anybody but God. But sometimes there's healing in your story. Not only healing for yourself, but healing for others. Sometimes you have to release these things that are inside of you in effort to heal yourself. So I just wanted to jump on here today, you guys, and say that no matter what the situation is, you're not alone. There's probably a million of other people, women and men, out there that went through the same thing that you're going through. Either went through it or maybe still going through it. You're not alone. Okay? It's time that we stop and know what the truth is. And the truth is what you see when you see yourself is what your mind tells you that you see. If you don't like what you see, change what you're putting inside of you so that you then can change what's coming out of you. Okay? We got to take better care of us on the inside. Be that light that shines bright. You have it, it's in you. Be that light. Sometimes that light can get a little dimmed with all the darkness that's around it. But you can change that. Be that light. You're beautiful. You're beautifully made. You're beautifully made. Okay? Sometimes a good thing that I find helpful is to do affirmations. Like I literally do look at myself sometimes and say, "You're beautiful." Not because I'm being boastful, but because I'm building myself up. I'm building myself up. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Okay? So that's what I wanted to jump on and share with you guys today. All days are not good days. We have some rough days. Some days you might get up and you might not like what you see. Do something about it. Okay? Love yourself always and know who you are. That's what I have for you guys today. If you haven't already, I'd like for you guys to subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any more of my videos. Okay? I send you guys much peace, many, 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 many blessings. And until I see you again on this other side, see ya.